Massive cum shots. Yeah, whatever. It's so funny. It's time to stop the clown show. It's time to stop right now. Send the asteroid. Somebody, Jesus, take the wheel. Something come and end this, please. I cannot keep going in this clown world. Because the reason we live in a clown world is because we have these clowns running the world right now. And of course, they make the rules and they're clowns. And if they're clowns, then the show they're gonna run is a circus. And that's virtually what's happening right now. And what I'm talking about is the people in charge of the world, the bankers. Because as a quote I read in a book called Lessons of History by Will Durant once, it said, men who can manage other men will manage the men who can only manage things. And the men who manage money manage all. So basically what I'm saying is the bankers, okay? It's the bankers, it's the people who control the money supply. They're the ones who make the rules. It's not the politicians, it's not the actors, it's not any of these people, okay? So I look at these clowns as I'm doing my research, and I'm thinking, how the hell do people look up to these guys? How do they think that these are credible authorities? Some of these people can't even manage themselves. They're overweight, they look disgusting, they can't keep their appearance in check, they don't even care about themselves. So why would they care about you? Why would they care about any of the people in their jurisdiction for that matter? And this is something that I call the consider the source test. And if you want to find out if something's going to be successful or somebody's going to be successful long term, always consider the source. Always look at who they are, if they take care of themselves, how they present themselves, because it's very important. Oh, Russell, you can't be judgmental. Oh, people should be able to do what they want. Yeah, I bet it sounds good to live in a fairy tale fucking world and Cinderella, but that's not the world we live in, my friend. There's a reason human is judged, because it's a quick way to get a ballpark estimate of who that person is. Okay, and it's never gonna stop, so just live with it. Okay, so let me start telling you why you shouldn't look up to these clowns who run the world, who you think are so much better than you, so much smarter, so much more capable. When in reality they're not, they're just normal people like you and I. They bleed red and take shits like you and I and get diarrhea from time to time. You know, the only reason that they're able to do what they do is because they've been in that position for so long, and it's easier to maintain something than it is to build something. So of course it's going to be that way. So let's begin. Alright, we've got clown number one here of the clown show that needs to stop. Jerome Powell. Jerome Pussy Powell. You know, this guy, he runs the Federal Reserve in the US, and all the other countries in the world basically are all trying to get US dollars. Therefore, he controls the monetary system or the rate of inflation and all that stuff for the world. Or, sorry, not monetary system, monetary policy for the entire world. And, okay, let's start. Look at this guy. He looks like a Skeletor. You trust this, and why does he have a permanent frown on his face? He looks like he'll kill himself tomorrow. Would you trust this guy around your kids? I certainly wouldn't trust this guy around my kids. So therefore, why would I even trust him to run the monetary policy for the entire world? It doesn't even make any sense. Like, come on, can we get somebody who looks like he's actually has a purpose in life and looks a little bit happier? You know? Well, props to him, he actually still has a full head of hair. But, I mean, look, he looks like a stiff wind can knock this guy out, are you kidding me? So this is clown number one. And, you know, this guy is the reason why you lose, or have been losing, hundreds of thousands of dollars these past 2 years. So let's go to number two. Got Nancy Pelosi right here. This is clown number two, the first female clown. And yeah, she's a politician. Yeah, I know, she's not really in the banking sector. But she rubs shoulders with a lot of bankers. And to be honest, she's done a lot of shady things in stock trading and doing insider trading. So there's that. And yeah, she's just as much of a clown as the rest of them. She also looks like a Skeletor. If her and Jerome Powell had a baby, it'd be like a Skeletor baby. You know, and that of course that wouldn't be good for anybody, so let's not do that. And then we got, oh, my favorite guy right here. I'm sure you've all seen this guy in the news. You know, this guy. Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried, because his ass got fried by his own constituents. And now he has to hide in his little polyamorous man cave in the Bahamas while his girlfriend has sex with other men with a cuck. So we got Sam Bankman-Fried here. Yeah, I mean, look at him. There's no. Do I really need to roast this guy? Okay, I will roast him just because I like you guys a lot. I'll do it. So obviously, this guy looks like he hasn't taken a walk in 5 years. That's number one. And then, when was the last time this guy got a haircut? Looks like he doesn't give a damn about himself or his own body. Oh yeah, he's too busy focusing on other things. I don't care, it doesn't take that long. You're telling me you can't brush your teeth, you can't comb your hair, you can't take a shower, you can't go for a walk for 30 minutes. That's bullshit, okay? You don't need that much time. Take care of yourself. I don't want to hear. It's time to stop. It's time to put a stop to these clowns running the world. We need to end the clown world and resist the slave mind. So, Sam Bankman-Fried, he basically stole billions of dollars from people on his own crypto exchange. We all know crypto exchanges are basically just banks. They're just large centralized crypto banks, I suppose, on the internet. And he built this thing, so he built a backdoor in his own code to steal the money, and then he just ran off and said, oh no, I didn't do that. And of course he has the connections to get away with this shit because, you know, he's a dreidel spinner. He's one of the people who do this. And then he's rich, and he grew up with a rich family. So there's that. Let's see. Oh yes, we got clown number 4. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. We got this guy. I don't know what's his name. I don't know his first name. It's George Soros' son. Okay. And this guy looks like he's been on a Soylent diet since 2006. Because what man in his right mind thinks that these big ass square rim glasses on your face is attractive? It makes you look like a little kid. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he likes to have sex with little kids. That's why he likes wearing this stuff. Because it attracts the kiddies. I don't know how else to put it. You know, it's a good way to spot. I can't say the word on this platform. I can't say the word, but it's a good way to spot out these people. So, and then not just that, but this guy just looks like he sits on a computer all day. And I sit on a computer all day. I can't talk. But at least I make time for my fucking body because I care. And I care about giving people what they want. And trying to make a deal. So there's this guy who obviously doesn't care about that. And this is George Soros' son. And George Soros is a billionaire who has many ties to the central banking industry and makes a lot of policies behind the scenes of what's going on in the world. Oh, Russell's being conspiratorial. Yeah, you can suck my ass, as always. You can go look this stuff up. Oh yeah, I'll drop some of the links right here on some of the deals he's done behind the scenes that are just quite convenient. And somehow he always ends up making money off of it. Okay, so this guy's next in line after George Soros goes to hell. So this is it. Alright, next up we got Janet Yellen, Janet Felon. She should be a felon because of what she's done. Yeah, I mean this lady, she I think think she's something in the IMF. I don't know what she does. She controls the monetary policy, similar to Jerome Powell. Not sure exactly. But look at this. She looks like a 80-year-old carrot top. You know, what is this woman? You know, and then she doesn't even care about anybody. Look at how overweight she is. She doesn't even care about her own body. You're gonna trust somebody who doesn't care about themselves to care about you? Come on. It's time to stop. Okay? Alright, next up, yeah, this clown. He's probably the best of the bunch, okay? But the downside is, when you hear this guy talk, it makes you just want to cringe because he doesn't even know what he's talking about, and he pretends to, and he just sounds like he's ready to put some in his mouth. Because that's really, when somebody speaks, you can know if they know what they're talking about by the speed that they talk at and whether they're always asking for the others around them for approval. And that's basically what this guy does. He just does whatever his handlers tell him, and it stresses him out, and the hair on his head goes to show that. So, or his lack of hair, therefore. And then we have my final and favorite here, because this guy right here, what's his name? Augustus something. He's the president of some kind of tie to the IMF. He runs shit too, okay? And he's the caricature of a fat, greedy banker. He's what you think about when you think about a fat, greedy banker. Really, you trust this guy to run the financial system of the world and the economy? He can't even run himself. He can't even run from McDonald's after he's done eating. He has to drive home, obviously, because it looks like this guy hasn't taken a walk in more than 20 years. And it looks like his heart's about to pump the brakes real hard soon, because he can't stop woofing down those Big Macs, apparently. So, the bottom line is, people in charge, they're not as smart and capable as you think they are. You know, obviously, look at these people. People are complete clowns. So if they can't even manage themselves and what's going on in their own head, you trust them to manage you? My friends, it's time to think for yourself. It's time to stop, send the asteroid. This clown world needs to end.